What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of FBOMB. As most of you already know, if you've been following my videos, I'm back on another R6, 08 R6 Raven Edition. My last R6 that I owned, one of my biggest videos on my YouTube channel was how to install Toast double down exhaust on a Yamaha R6. So today on this R6, we're going to be throwing on an exhaust, not a Toast, but we're going to be throwing on this bad boy. Yes, so I got an M4 Street Slayer for the R6. Now, on another Yamaha that I had a Yamaha R3 and it had the M4 Street Slayer, and that thing growled. It was mean. It was amazing sound, especially for a 300cc motorcycle.
It's nice.
That is nice. A lot louder.
It's deep too.
It is deep. It's less whiny.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what the sound is going to be like on a 600 with the M4 Street Slayer. So let's open it up and see what it looks like. So that's the bad boy, the M4 Street Slayer. Oh, it's gonna be super easy too. Oh, it's gonna be super easy too. All right, so before we actually take off the stock exhaust, I'm gonna go ahead and play what the stock exhaust actually sounds like so we can get a really good before and after from the stock to the M4 Street Slayer. So the first step, what you obviously have to do, there's going to be this cover right here. It's going to be around the exhaust, and there's going to be three bolts, 1, 2, and 3, different size Allen keys. Just remove those Allens and just take that cover off. Next, what you're going to have to do with another Allen key, there's a bolt underneath here. Be careful with how you take this off because this is a clamp, and just make sure that you remember how it goes on before you take it off, because it only goes on one way, and I have gotten tricked before on this. So quickest way to do it, I found, get a standard wrench, not a fast wrench, just a regular wrench. If you have a small Allen key, put it in there. You can use this to kind of maneuver it in there better. That gives you a little bit more force. There we go, just to loosen it up. That's the piece you're going to want to remove. Do not lose any of that hardware. Keep it in a spot you can find. This piece right here, this is pretty much the same thing as like a throttle cable, and you're going to want to remove these clips, these little pins or whatever you want to call them that's wrapping around there. Shouldn't do too much to the bike. It's not going to really damage anything by removing that. This pretty much just opens up a flap inside the exhaust. This is just something the R6 did. Lefty loosey ratty tatty. If you can get back there, loosen that one too. There we go. Alright, there we go. That's off. So later on, we're just going to zip these down, or zip tie these down, and then eventually I'm going to be getting rid of those but for now I'm just going to be zip tying them to like these hoses or whatever. I'm going to loosen this guy up and make sure no. Slide right off. There we go. So I'm going to take the exhaust With this, slip this hardware through there like that. Slip the hardware through this like that. Take that all the way through. This is going to work as a spacer. So you are going to carefully try to maneuver this thing right here. So actually, I don't even think you need this anymore. I don't think this is needed. I think all you really need, you can just use the new hardware that it comes with. That's pretty cool. Hold on to that clamp just in case. You never know. You might want to go back to stock. Go. Line that up. Now this could be a pain. It's because you have to line that up perfectly in there. There is no easy way to get to that bolt. I think we might need to get an extension. Very possibly. Because there is no easy way to get back there to get that bolt started. Some Loctite wouldn't be a bad idea. Let me grab an extension first. Let me see what size this is going to be. At least for the Allen key, or if you're going to be using one of these guys, this guy's going to be a T40. So I'm going to get an extension, and that way I can reach the bolt. Use my extension that I have. I'm going to try to go back behind the exhaust and try to tighten that bolt down. This could be challenging. I'll let you know. And the issues that I'm running through right now is because it's so you guys don't have to when you're doing this. And I'm happy to do it for you. Alright, run it through that washer. Run it back. Put it through there. Go without the wrench first so I can see what I'm doing. My hand tighten it in there. So far so good. It is tightening down. I think it's going in there straight. Feels like it is. I think there was already some Loctite in there, so that's a good thing. A lot of that thread is locked up. Closing up the spot. Bend the bracket in a little bit. Perfect. Alright, okay, so that's done. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna tighten down this hardware right here, and we should be good to go. Okay, looks pretty dope. Alright, so let's recap what we did. We took off the stock exhaust. We thought we know what we were doing when we were putting on this, the new exhaust, M4 Street Slayer. Turns out we did not, but we figured it out. The little spacer does go behind the exhaust. So where your original exhaust was placed and mounted, no longer the new spot where you're going to be actually mounting the M4 Street Slayer. So different mounting setup. It's cool. It works. It's sleek. I love it. Let's hear what it sounds like. Okay. So let's take the baffle out. Let's see what it sounds like. So, my thoughts. Definitely looks better. I think it will be a lot louder with a mid pipe. It's hard to say. I mean, I love the pipe. I think it looks awesome. It looks sick. Does it make it a whole lot louder? Not necessarily. So my opinion, is it worth the money? Eventually it will be. The M4 Street Slayer will be worth the money eventually if you do the mid pipe. My opinion, with just a slip-on, yeah, it looks cool. Does it do a whole lot for you? No, not really. Is it worth the time? Yeah, in the long run, it's worth the time. I mean, I don't even hear a difference in the with the baffle gone. With the baffle on there, I don't hear a difference. So, I don't know. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like the M4 Street Slayer? Or are you more leaning toward the Toast exhaust? Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. I want to thank you guys for joining me. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, comment down below. Let me know. But till next time, thank you for joining me on this episode of FBOMB. Peace.